Hello, everyone, and welcome to the online workshop presentation for networking. My name is Amanda Copithio, and I'm a career advisor here at Mesa Community College. Today, we're going to be talking about what networking is, why it's important, various environments and platforms where you can have a networking opportunity to connect with other people. We're also going to be talking about some tips for networking events, and we're also going to talk about the things you do not want to do at a networking event as well. And with that, we're going to get started. So what is the definition of networking? So you can see on this slide here, it shows that networking is the development and maintenance of mutually valuable relationships. Pretty much what that is saying is that it's a group of people who exchange information, contacts, and experience for professional and social purposes. So what you're pretty much doing when you're networking, you're finding a single point of common ground that you have in common with somebody when you're talking with them. So it could be something like, what do you do in your job, or where did you go to school? So what you're doing is you're developing, and you can see that first key takeaway word that we have there is development. So it takes time. It's something that you're going to have to continuously work on so that you can build this network of individuals. So it's not just going to happen the one time you meet with somebody, and then it's just something you do have to just continuously build with them. So you can find out later on if there's jobs within the industry that they're working in, and if there's something that you could be a part of, or if there's an internship and you want to be a part of that company, would they be able to tell you? Maintenance, another key takeaway word. You can see it's not a one-time occurrence. When you're maintaining something, you're making sure that it's being taken care of over time. That's kind of how you build that relationship with your networking contacts. You're just going to continuously contact them and say, hey, how are you doing? Just kind of catching up, wondering what's going on in your world. So you can always build a relationship with them that way too. You just have to maintain it, because sometimes what happens is that when you stop maintaining it, you lose your networking contacts. So we want you to continuously do that. Mutually valuable. It's not going to focus just on you. It's not centered on you. It's focused on you and the individual. So it's something that you have to build together. So when you build a contact in your academic setting, your professional setting, your personal setting, what you're doing is you're building an opportunity to continuously learn something new about them. And how later on in the future will that help you get into that field of interest that you want to go into? Why is networking important? Networking is important because, as you can see, roughly between 70 and 85% of jobs are obtained through personal networking. And what that means is that it's done with word of mouth. So employers usually find the best candidates. They refer to them by somebody else who probably works in that industry. And those jobs that you are looking for are very rarely advertised to people out on those platforms like Indeed or on websites for specific companies, because they might fill them with people who know other people. So when you're networking, we want to make sure that you know that professionals are using their networking opportunities to connect with these individuals, to show them like, hey, we have an opportunity for you to come in to do an internship or a level entry job that you might be able to do. So when you build your networks with people, they get you jobs. They help you find those opportunities to get to that next step in your personal path or your professional path. So who do we network with? And you can see you've got a whole bunch of different things on here that or people you can network with, like family and friends and neighbors, guest speakers at events, coworkers and your current or former employees, classmates, faculty, and advisors. Those could be your academic advisors. Those could be mentors that you've had. You can network with anybody. You have the opportunity to make a connection with anybody, so it doesn't matter who you connect with, as long as you're building a meaningful connection with them. Networking opportunities. So we talked about who you can network with. So where are these opportunities coming from? From places of employment, right? So you might talk to somebody brand new in a work meeting. You're like, oh, congratulations for getting that job, or team functions. You might have meetings where you have to do some team building skills with each other. So you might get to know somebody in a different department. In your break room, just having a quick break or having some lunch and you're talking to somebody you've never talked with before. That's a networking opportunity. Academic settings. For those of you who are students, in your classroom settings, you can network with your faculty members, staff members. You can talk with your classmates that you have, even the ones when you join and attend club meetings. That's a great way to get to know people. As an advisor to previous clubs, I still know some of those students that were in my clubs, and it's good to know that I have an opportunity to kind of see what they're doing now. Events on campus, anything that's happening on campus, um, job fairs, internships. Internships are really good because those are the points where if you're wanting to get into that particular field that your internship is currently in, this allows you to see if this is what you want to do. And if it is, then this is your opportunity to network with your managers, with supervisors to see if they're able to find a position within that industry for you, if there is one. Seminars, conferences, and trade shows. If you're going to any of these, my recommendation is to make sure that you are talking to people who are in that field of interest that you're wanting to go into. Do some informational interviewing with them, talk with them, make it an opportunity for you to gather information about that particular field and that individual themselves. Social gatherings, just basic social gatherings, coffee shops, waiting in line. I don't know, I can't tell you how many times that I've had people ask me what I do, and then I tell them what I do, and then I connect with them that way, and I'm able to help them. Elevators. We gotta talk about the elevator speech and that personal branding. So we want you to be able to know that you have so many different opportunities to network with anybody. Another way is through social media. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us have some kind of social media app on our phone. Um, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Shaper. These are different platforms that you can use. And with professional networking platforms, like online platforms such as like Shaper. Shaper is an opportunity for you to get to know different industries. And what it does, it allows you to swipe left and right for different networking opportunities within industries of like nonprofit, if that's what you're wanting to do. And they connect you with these people. They either email you, they contact you somehow. Um, Facebook, just liking a particular page. Same thing with LinkedIn. LinkedIn, you can go on and like different pages and connect with different people within your area or just globally. So know that you have a social network platform that you can network people with. Online networking forums allows professionals to demonstrate their knowledge, their skills, and they're allowed to connect with people that they probably normally wouldn't be able to connect with. So take your opportunity to network through social media. Okay, so here's just some tips on how to network, some talking tips. We're just going to go over this really quick.
A big concern when meeting someone new is how to make a good impression. Well, here are our top 7 conversation tips to help you achieve that during your coffee chat. This is a great way to keep the conversation moving and avoid any awkward roadblocks. It may be the difference between asking, "Do you like your job?" versus, "What do you like most about your job?" Sharing common ground can be a great way to kickstart the conversation, and it's much easier for someone to talk at length about something they're genuinely interested in. Understanding how different elements affect everyone in the business shows leadership skills and the desire to work towards a common goal. Be willing to open up and share, but more importantly, keep the focus on them. Ask questions about their hobbies and interests, and be ready to listen. Vulnerability and honesty are traits that people admire, so never be ashamed to share when you don't know something. A coffee chat says way more about you as a person than it does about what you know. Sometimes we get so caught up in pleasing the other person that we forget to be authentic and genuine. Be yourself and be intentional with what you say because your values are reflected in what you share. A certain amount of lightheartedness and transparency can ease tension and nerves. Be sure to smile. A little comic relief will keep the conversation upbeat and moving along nicely.
So let's talk about networking face-to-face versus online. So networking face-to-face. Professionals find that face-to-face interaction is vital. So 95% of them feel like it's vital to helping them understand the individual that they're talking with, or getting to know them. Socializing more online than in person, there's 36% of professionals who feel like that's effective. So you can see the face-to-face is something that's really, really wanted. But if you're wanting to do the socialization and networking through online, you're more than welcome to do that as well. There's no wrong way to network if you're doing it in person or through online platforms. Just some statistics about networking face-to-face, the benefits for professionals. Some of the statistics that we found were that 77% of them were able to read someone's body language and expressions. So that interpersonal communication skill that you would have that you're building, that's where they're going to get that from. 75% of them enjoy the social interaction and the ability to bond with those people that they're networking with or they're talking with, connecting with. And then 44% of them believe that when they're meeting with somebody face to face, it allows them to help make decisions on whether or not they would want to hire them or to place them in a position of employment or for an internship. So we have some networking tips for you. We want you to develop your own personal branding speech. And we do have an online presentation for that. So if you would like to see that, you let us know and we can pass that along to you. But developing a branding speech is that elevator speech. How do you talk about yourself? How are you expressing who you are as a professional and what your goals are once you complete your education or once you complete a certain point in your professional life, where do you want to be at? Asking for suggestions on how to expand your network with other people is actually really important. Getting to know somebody else's contact is really, really nice because they may have something that they can provide you that maybe the other person couldn't. Leverage your social media. So with your social media, we want you to be able to use it in a professional way to get to know who these people are. So like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a really nice platform to do that with. Let the other person speak. Sometimes we want to talk and talk and talk about who we are, and we want them to know what we're capable of doing and our skills and what our abilities are. But if you talk the whole time, you never get to know them. So let that other person speak. Actively listen to what they're talking about and how they're speaking about their the common grounds that you have with each other. You want to meet people through other people. So just like I said above, suggestions on how to expand your network. So when you're meeting people through other people, that's how you're doing that. Like mentors, you can use faculty, staff, employers to find people who can help you. Find a reason to follow up. And in that instance, what you could do is if you don't have business cards, think about getting some. I read as a statistic that more people are likely to take a business card than a virtual card. So if you can get a business card of some sort printed off for you, that might be a way to show them how you're following up with them or how you want them to follow up with you. And then when you're done talking with them, always remember to say thank you to them because their time is just as precious as yours. So some of the don'ts of networking, name dropping. That's one of the big ones because if you're not getting the permission of the person that you're name dropping. Maybe that person may not know who that person is, or they might have had something happen in another place where they didn't have a very nice interaction with them. So we want to be able to say name dropping can happen, but you have to get the permission of that person you're going to name drop with. Asking personal questions or questions about salary and money. When you're networking, that's not what you're there for. You're there to get to know the person, what they're doing in their professional setting, who they are, what they like, what did they learn while they were in school. Those are some of the questions you want to ask them. Talking bad about a former employer. So if you're doing that to a possible networking contact, who's to say that you won't do that on them to somebody else? Not appreciating other people's time. You don't want to continuously talk with them for 10, 15 minutes. When you're networking, if it goes longer than that, then they may have other people they want to talk to too. So be cognizant of the time that you're spending with them. Dismissing anyone who is irrelevant. And that's a really big one because sometimes you really don't know. Maybe the person that you really need to talk to might be somebody who you wouldn't think about talking to. But having an opportunity to talk to anybody and everybody at a networking event is very, very important. Only talking to people that you know. If you're just siloing yourself to people that you come to a networking event with, then you're not using that platform face to face or through social media the right way. We want you to be able to network with people that you don't think you would have met in the first place. So talk with people that you don't know, and introduce people to the friends that you brought because maybe they might need that networking opportunity as well. So that is our networking online presentation. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to call Career Services at 480-461-7592, or you can email us at career@mesacc.edu. We are open to take appointments virtually online if you would like to do that over the phone. We will also be able to do some appointments through Google Hangouts if you'd like to do that as well. We're pretty much open to make an appointment to talk to you about like how to network or if you need any other services with Career Services. All right, that's my presentation for you today. Thank you. Have a great day.